This is a gentle flow that you can go through to move your body and also work your core. So we're gonna start standing with some standing extension. So starting with your feet hip to shoulder width apart, you're gonna take your arms up and reach all the way back. And then exhale, come forward. Good. You can reach all the way to the ground here. And roll yourself all the way up to standing. Reach it back. And exhale all the way down. Make sure you bend your knees, because as you're getting warmed up, you want to make sure you're not going too deep in those hamstrings right off the bat. Let's do one more of those. Reaching up and back on the inhale, and then exhaling, folding. Good. Rolling up through your spine. Good. And then I'm going to have you go to the end of our carpet there, and we're going to start with, we'll do one more of those. We'll do a big inhale, extension, and then as you exhale and come forward, you're going to walk your hands out into a plank position. So get into a really good plank position here, no sagging in the low back, and then go ahead and drop your knees and then lower yourself all the way down to the floor. Oh, your head's almost touching. And inhale, press yourself up. Big extension here, let the hips feel heavy. Exhale, come back down. Good, you're gonna tuck your toes underneath you, and you're going to lift your hips and push yourself back into a child's pose. Good. Taking a nice stretch through here. All right, let's go on to hands and knees next. And we're just gonna do a couple cat-cows. So you're gonna inhale as you drop, exhale, good. And then inhale, drop the chest, gently lifting the head. Exhale, shoulder blades separate. Good. One more time like that. And exhale. Good. And from here, you're going to tuck your toes, step your feet, or push yourself back actually into a pike. We'll do it that way. Yeah, so press your hips up, push it back. Exhale, push it back. Yeah, there you go. And then walk your hands in towards your feet. Rolling all the way back up to standing. All right, let's go through it again. Inhale, big extension. Exhale, folding forward. You should feel your movement get a little bit easier walking out to that plank. Hold it here, knees go down. And then as you exhale, you come all the way to the mat. Now inhale again, push yourself up into this extension. Shoulders are back, hips are relaxed, and then all the way down. And then you're gonna push yourself back into your child's pose. Good. Use your abdominals when you do that. Pull up through your center to get back into that child's pose. Coming on to hands and knees. And we go into that cat-cow. So inhaling here, 3 cycles of this on your breath, exhaling, really getting movement happening in your spine. This type of breath and this type of contraction also moves things on the inside as well. So it's good for digestion, it's good for all your internal organs as well. Good, then we'll come flat. And then you'll bring your hips up to your pike position. Good, pressing it back, nice. Walk your hands in towards your feet, rolling it all the way up to standing. One more time. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, folding it all the way down, walking it out to your plank. Good, bringing the knees down first, and then coming all the way to the floor. Good. Find your extension again with your press up. Good. And exhale, coming down. You'll push yourself back into your child's pose. Nice. Taking a good stretch here. and then come back up to hands and knees. Now, instead of doing the cat-cow, we can do another cycle if you want. Instead of doing the cat-cow, we're actually going to go to an exercise we call thread the needle. So you're going to take your, let's start with your right arm. So right arm will be out to the side, in line with your shoulder, and you're going to bring it through, come all the way down onto the side of your head here. You want to feel a separation in your shoulder blades, a good stretch, and then as you exhale, you're going to bring that arm up, good, and opening up. Don't force the rotation here. Go again, go through. Think about, we're going to do this 3 times. Each time, you might go a little bit farther. Good, exhaling here. Never forcing the stretch, only going to where you feel the stretch, and then the next time, your body will go a little bit farther. Good. And we'll do the other side. So left arm goes, well, first out to the side, then through. Good, that's all right. Inhale, open it up. Finding that rotation, you should feel a good stretch on the side that you're opening. Good. And up. And you want to do this movement so that it aligns with your breath. So the slower you go, the slower you'll be breathing, and the inhale and exhale doesn't matter as much as the fact that you are breathing. And breathing all the way into your belly. You can go ahead and lie on your back. We're going to do some core activation here on your back, so get situated on your back, but the breath, it's just important that you're inhaling all the way down to the belly, taking an expansive breath, and then exhaling completely. All right, from here, we'll go knees up. And I like hands behind the head for this because it supports our head, brings our chin down a little bit. So knees are going to be over the knees. Yeah, knees are going to be over the hips, knees over the knees. And then ankles are either going to be in line with the knees or slightly higher. If you start to feel your hip flexors overworking, take them a little bit higher than your knees. Feet are together and they'll come together each time you bring the leg back up. So we're going to start with the head down. Inhale, take the right leg down, hinging from the hip so the knee stays bent. Exhale, bring it back, feet touch. Left, exhale, back, feet touch. Good, right side. What you're looking for is to make sure that your rib cage doesn't flare out. That creates that breath flow all the way down into the belly. So you're not just doing a shallow breath, but you're doing a deeper breath. One more each side here. Is that 4 each side? Good. Last one here. And then we're going to rest. And you can rest either, Matt's going to put his feet down, or you can hug your knees into your chest, whatever's comfortable to just take a breather there. And then we're going to go back into the same position. Feet together, knees slightly apart. And this time we're going to lift your head. So on the exhale, you're going to lift yourself up, chin stays down. Good. Same thing here. Right leg goes down. Exhale, lift. So for some of you, this position's actually going to feel easier because it allows you to bring your upper abdominals into it. Good. 2 more each side. And if it's too difficult, you can always go back to the first version of it and just do a second set of it. Nice. Okay. All right, next we're going to go to our side lying chest opener. So face this way. Knees are going to be stacked. Good. You want to support your head with your arm. And then this right arm, his right arm is going to be forward here. That's it. And then let's go ahead and take this leg out long. And this leg out. Bring it down a little bit. Yeah, straight. Out straight from you. Yeah. So hips even. The reason I like this is because you can pull your hip this way. They're stacked. And you're using the weight of that front leg. We do this a lot of different ways. This is how we're going to do it today. All right. So right arm here. You're going to open it up. I think it feels better to exhale on the open. Yeah. So exhale to open up here. You're using the weight of that leg to keep this part of your body. And then inhale, close. Good. And exhale. Nice. And back. So all of this rotation that we do is really good for your disc health, and like I said, really good for your internal organs. Good. Is this 3, 4? Perfect. And then we'll bring that arm back together. We're going to stay on the side though. We're going to stack your knees, and we're going to come up onto your forearm. All right, so we're going to start with some side planks, and we're going to progress them. You can stay with any variation if it gets too challenging. So from here, we're going to be coming into a side knee bridge. So the right arm is going to reach up as you press into the knees, good, and then come back down. And press and back down. We're just going to do one more of these, and then back down. Now we're going to take the legs out longer. Top leg is going to cross over the bottom. This gives you a more stable base. Knees are slightly bent because they're going to straighten as you go up. Same thing here. And inhale, reach up. We're just doing 3. Good, and down. And 2. Think about initiating that movement, lifting the hips from the underside, and 1. Good. All right, now keep your feet in the same position. We're going to come back into that side plank, and we're going to add a twist to it. So this is definitely a little bit more advanced, but
going through.
Yes. So we're going to come up into that side plank. We're going to take that right arm, and you're going to reach it through. Good, and up. 2 more times. Reach it through and up. Feel like you're pressing your legs together using the strength of your legs, and then come all the way down. Now stay on this side, bring the knees in. This is that side stretch that we do. No, not that one. Cross the top leg over the bottom. Yeah. All right. So from here, you're going to hold on to your leg for balance. You're going to take this left arm, and you're going to reach up and over, feeling a really big stretch down the side here. Good. Come down with this arm and then stretch this side over. So you're just going to reach up and over, getting a little bit on that side. Good. We're going to do that 2 more times. Come up, grab a hold of your leg or your ankle, reaching up and over. Good. And then coming down and up, down onto the forearm. Perfect. And last one here, reach it up and over, and all the way down for our second stretch. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to flip around to the other side. And we're going to start on the ground, head supported. We're going to start with that chest opener. So top leg comes in front, but you want it below the hip, and then your head is supported. So from here, you're going to inhale to open up. Really think about reaching that leg forward, reaching the bottom leg out, and come back. We're doing this 3 times. Good. Big, open, and come back. 1 more time like this. Nice. And come back. Then we're going to come up onto the forearm. Knees are bent for the first 3. And elbow is aligned right underneath your shoulder, and we'll take this into 3 side bridges here. Good, nice and slow. So hold it at the top and come down. And last one, perfect. All right, then we're going to take the legs out a little bit farther, and we're going to do that extended one, 3, good, and 2. Good, and last one here, nice. All right, so for the last one, we have added in that twist. Again, stay with whatever variation you're good with and work up through the progression. All right, knees are a little bent to start. You'll straighten them as you go up and take that twist all the way through your hips. Do lift a little here to allow you to get underneath, good, and up. 1 more time. Nice, and rest. Now we're going to bring the knees in, cross the top leg over the bottom, holding on to the leg here, and then you come into your seated position. I know you don't love this position. Arm reaches up and over, good, and then come down onto your forearm and reach, good, and 2 more times. Reach it up and over to the other side. Good, this will be your last one here. Good. All right, and then I'm gonna have you swing your legs around this way. You're going to be seated on the floor. So for most people to sit with your legs out in front of you is fairly difficult. So you're gonna bend your knees, all right? So a lot of times I'll have people take a yoga block or a pillow between their knees. You don't have to because you can do this without, but take your legs out and a little bend in the knee. Feet are definitely together. And then hands are gonna go behind your head, sitting up nice and tall. Bring the elbows in just a little bit so that you're not overstretching the chest. And as you exhale, you're gonna twist to one side, inhale, center. So imagine that you're twisting around a pole, right? Straight line. We're not leaning forward, we're not leaning back. Good, exhale here. So I'm gonna show you just because we have a pillow right here. If you want, it is helpful to squeeze into something because you want to make sure if you're not squeezing into anything, make sure that your knees aren't moving because that means your hips are moving and we want the hips to stay stable. It's the last one here. Good. All right, now we're going to flip your legs towards the camera. And this is just a good side stretch. So same position you were in, back up just a little bit. Okay. Same position you were in, feet together, knees slightly bent. Right arm is gonna come down to the floor, onto your forearm, and you're gonna just take a stretch over here. It's just another variation of a side stretch. Think about really anchoring down in that leg, good, coming up, and stretching over here, good, and coming up, and then let's go ahead and fold forward towards your feet. If you want to let your knees open up into a diamond shape, that's fine. Do whatever feels good. Just rolling forward here, dropping the head. Excellent. And then we're going to flip around onto hands and knees. And tuck the toes underneath you. Come into, push yourself into that big pike stretch again. There, walk your hands in and then start to roll up one vertebra at a time all the way to standing. Thanks.